Hi, my name is Rahul Chauhan and welcome to my video. I have made a clone of an app called Launchpass. So I wanted to show you that. Before showing you, let's discuss what is Launchpass. So let me show you their website. So let's suppose you are an influencer and you want to set up a paid Telegram channel where a user can join only if they are your paid followers, right? So how can you do that? To do that, you need to set up a whole payment gateway so that the user can come and pay on that payment gateway. Then you somehow need to figure out that who has paid then you so that you can give them the access, right? So there are a lot of things going on here, and if something goes wrong, you need to resolve that. uh, but the problem, so that's where launch pass comes. What they are doing is they are doing all this setup of payment gateway and giving a follower an access to the paid channel. That's what they are doing, so that a creator can just focus on their content instead of focusing on other things, right? So this is what launchpass is doing. They have basically, you can create a Discord, Telegram, and Slack, right? So yeah, that's about so that was about Launchpass. Now let me show you what I have built. I have basically built an MVP, minimum viable product of Launchpass. Let me show you how it works. So this is on localhost. As you can see, there is a form uh, which where I can pay, and I can pay $10, and then I can get access to their Telegram channel. Right. I have already filled my details, email and card details, so I can just click on pay. So as you can see, this is a test mode. So I don't have to pay actually. This is just a test mode. I have ran this, and now it should execute the payment. So basically here, Launchpass is using Stripe, and as they are using Stripe, I have also used Stripe in my clone app. So as you can see, thanks for the order, payment is done, the virtual payment. And yeah, and I have got the access to their Telegram, to the Telegram channel, right? So now, as we know what Launchpass is, and we have seen my clone, which is an MVP of Launchpass. I want to show you that how things are working behind the scenes. What the code which I have written, I want to show you how that is working. So let me take you to my code base. So this is my Node.js application. I have the tech stack I am using is JavaScript, Node.js, uh, and so what happens is, so if you are an influencer, you will give a URL or a link to your followers, so that they can, from there they can make the payment and get the access to the Telegram channel. All right. So if I can take you back to the application, this is the checkout form, right? Now, in my application, we will go to public and checkout.html. So this is where the form where user can make the payment. So what is happening in this is that basically we are embedding Stripe's UI, from which a user can make the payment. So this is coming from this script. From this script, basically we are able to embed Stripe's UI in our website. All right. From there, what happens next? A user fills their details, card details, and makes the payment. Right now, what's next? After making the payment, we want to make sure whether the payment is done correctly or not. And if it is done correctly, then we want to give the access, Telegram access, to the user. So let's see how that is done. So what happens is, When use so first let me take you to my uh, main file, that is server.js. In server.js, we have written the APIs. So after the payment is done, we how can we know that the payment is done? So for that we have set up a something called as webhooks. So Stripe will trigger that webhook, and we have written that webhook API here. So this is the webhook API which we have written. All right, so let's see how this API works. So firstly, we will extract the event from this webhook, and we will verify whether this if this event correctly. Then what we will do, we will check the if this is completed one or not. The event name should be completed or async payment succeeded. All right. So if it is one of them, that means the payment is successful. So we can now go ahead with the with giving user the Telegram access, channel access. So for that, I have written this fulfill checkout function in this function. um, Basically we can just check if user is not unpaid. So if user is paid, then the code will come in this if block. Then what will happen is we will simply call this function invite user to channel. So how this function works is, uh, basically it first we get the channels. uh, what do you say? uh, first we get credentials of the channel. So to get the credentials, we resolve the channel's username, and after resolving it, we can get the value of channel ID and channel access hash. These two are required. Then we also need the same credentials for user. We again resolve the user's username. From there, we get user ID and user access hash. Now, why I'm talking about all this is because to invite the user to the channel, we need to pass ID and access hash and user's ID and access hash. So that's why we were resolving their usernames to get these values. Now, once we get these values, we will just call this API channels.invite to channel, and user will get the invitation. All right, so that's how we are. What we are doing is that's how after the payment is successful, we are giving the access to the user uh, of Telegram channel. So you can also see there are try catches error handling here. If something goes wrong, then we are logging the error also. So yeah, this is all about the application. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.